I knew I was dying. I knew I wanted to die so much, and I knew I was working towards it.
While 1 in 4 Kenyans is likely to suffer from a mental disorder at some point in their lives, 4 out of 5 people who commit suicide are depressed at the time of their death. With 6 failed suicide attempts to her name, Betty Cynthia Wanjiru describes her life as a cocktail of burdens that became blessings and tests that became testimonies. She opens up to us about her struggles with mental disorder, her own funeral arrangements, and why she's now using her voice to advocate for mental illness awareness.
Bipolar is a mental disorder characterized as a mood disorder whereby you have 2 episodes. At one time you're so happy, and when I'm so happy you can find me at 3 in the morning cooking, washing the house, washing clothes.
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning. Mm-hmm. But shortly after that I will be really depressed. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't want to actually see anyone or talk to anyone, but the highlight was the suicide attempts. It was actually after a series of feeling very low, and I used to feel like there's something different about Betty. I'm not eating much, I'm not talking much, I'm not the usual me. I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling like I'm pushed to the ground, pushed to the wall. And so I was like, oh God, I cannot live anymore. I just want to die. So I had my first attempt, which was 30 Basco pants. You know, Basco pants, the one that ladies actually take when they're cramping. So I bought them. I took 30 of them. And when I took the 30 of them, nothing happened. Like literally nothing happened. I just felt a little bit dizzy, but I expected even a bigger reaction. Even if not death, I expected maybe a coma, or maybe I will be dizzy or just start seeing things, but nothing of the sort happened. So after around maybe 5 to 4 weeks, I went to my second attempt, and I was actually more frustrated because the first attempt didn't actually work. Yeah. So I actually now had a reason to want to die, because I'm like, God, why are you keeping me here on earth? So I took 25 Constance. Constance is still a lady drug for cramps and stuff. So when I took the 25, this one worked a little bit. I felt dizzy, and I actually started seeing things moving around, but I was in school and it was at night. So when I slept, I woke up normal. Like, go to the bathroom, go to class, like
take
normal.
A shower,
take
go
a shower.
to class.
Exactly. Like that was just my normal routine. I expected a little shift of the routine, that maybe there'll be an ambulance there outside at where wacha tupeleke Betty hospitali or something, but nothing of the sort happened. I really cried. I was like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm feeling low, I'm feeling down, I'm not dying. Why am I on earth? Really, why am I on earth?
Disappointed none of the suicide attempts were successful, Betty attempted a third one, this time going for a much stronger dose of cetirizine, and upon swallowing the pills, she passed out and was immediately rushed to hospital, where the doctors diagnosed her with bipolar disorder.
Now this one gave me an actual reason to die. Now in my eulogy it will be written she suffered from bipolar disorder. Now I actually had a reason, because if not, the eulogy would be like she committed suicide. So now I was like, all right. So I started writing my eulogy. I wrote everything.
You wrote your eulogy?
I wrote my eulogy. I planned my funeral. So the fourth attempt was like, it was a bit mixed up. It was not an actual attempt, because I just used to take drugs. Like if I found Panadols across the room, I'm like, I'm mad, I just take them. The better part of 17, 18 years, I lived planning my death, not how to live. Like you see how people have ambitions and they know that they have to be something and they work towards it. Now my ambition was death. I even started acting like someone who's going to die. Like I was all sweet to people so that people would miss me. I'm like...
Did you apologize to some of the people you had wronged?
Not really. Not really, actually. I wanted them to... Kwanza, if you had wronged me, I wanted you to feel my death. I just wanted you to know that, you know what, maybe it was your fault.
Then came the fifth attempt that saw her swallow 21 antidepressants that immediately knocked her out. She would be admitted to a psychiatric hospital where something tragic happened to her.
So in hospital, a lot happened. And I think one of the highlights that I will mention is that I was taken advantage of in hospital. And at that point, I was very angry.
When you say taken advantage of?
Assaulted. I was
You were sexually assaulted?
Exactly. But what actually gave me the courage to move on is the fact that I was better than that, than crying down and just watching. It was a really hurtful experience for me, because it was my first time that someone will take advantage of me in the name of the mental disorder. And I think that's when my healing started, at that point, that you can dare take advantage of someone with a mental disorder. What if this is happening to other people? I'm so outspoken, and this guy knew I'm outspoken from the very first time he saw me talk to a doctor. What if this is happening to someone who's so quiet, someone who is actually burning from the inside and not even showing it from the outside? So that is when a type of healing came, but that is when I was very annoyed with God. Very annoyed, to a point I literally told him, I'm walking out. God, I'm walking out. I know you never leave anyone, but this time, you know what? I'm leaving you. You've given me so much trouble and you don't want to take me. You don't want me to come to you. You just want me to stay here on earth, suffering, feeling pain every day of my life, and every time I'm crying, you don't give me a result. That's when I started my 6th attempt, cutting myself. I started cutting myself to release the inner anger using outward appearance.
Where would you cut yourself?
My hands. This hand mostly, like with razor blades. I did it for like, I think, weeks before someone actually found out. And I had now to go through the healing process of just being told, don't do this. And they actually healed. I thought these marks would be like for real, like something I would look at and be like, I used to do this. But when they started healing, my heart started healing too.
Yes.
So in September, I just had a new breath of hope. When I had the foundation, I had the plan of starting a foundation for mental stress disorders. And when I actually spoke out on Facebook, and the feedback that followed was really amazing. I saw that, you know what, then maybe all this happened for a reason. Maybe you actually are here on the face of the earth for a certain reason, Betty. So you have to style up, get back to God, get back in line with God, let your plans be aligned to His will. And the fact that He has held me and He held me and I actually didn't die after all those attempts means that there is something He wants me to accomplish. So me and God are tight. When God created you, He created you as a solution to something on the face of the earth. And before He created that solution, there's a problem He faced on the face of the earth that you were supposed to come bring a solution to it. So for one, those who are ever going to think about committing suicide, don't, because we urgently need you on earth. And let me be the first person to tell whoever is watching this, we actually do need you on earth, and we really need you to fulfill the purpose that God has for you, because He actually does have a purpose for you. Number 2 is that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to cry, it's okay to feel low. We all do so. Don't let social media dictate to you that that person lived so well. Nobody is posting their failures. Everyone is posting their success. So if you live there looking at other people's photos, how they're having cars and everything, and you're there, you're seeing that you're not progressing, no one will post that they have a loan. No one will post that they have something that is really bitter in their life. They're all posting good things. So you know what? It's really okay not to be okay. Speak about it. Be strong, because you are a great person in and out.
In and out.
Yeah.
Awesome.